Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh my god, it's so hard to find people on this thing, I swear. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Sorry, it's already been a minute and a half. Holy shit. Alright. Where is this lady? Oh, there she is.
So you know so much about Gozer because...
Because I'm a specialist in ancient Mesopotamian cultures and architecture. Sumerian primarily, Gozerian more specifically. I'm here as a guest curator for the Gozerian exhibit that's opening tomorrow at the Natural History Museum.
You are aware that we also have some history with Gozer?
Yes, of course.
Gozer was a bush leaguer before he met us. A strictly farm team deity. We put him on the map.
But our getting stiffed on invites to opening night, just an oversight, right?
I don't have anything to do with that.
That, gentlemen, was all me. And I can assure you, it was not an oversight.
Oh, by the way, you have visitors.
Thanks, Jeannie. You're first-class lookout. Walter Peck. I did not recognize you without the mayor's backside against your nose.
Okay, everybody put them back in their skivvies. Apologies. Dr. Selwyn, are you all right?
I think so, but I'm worried about the exhibit.
Are you kidding? You can't buy publicity like this. The guest curator of the Gozer exhibit, the expert Peck recommended, is attacked the night before the opening by Gozer himself? Please, tell me that was Gozer.
Gozer manifested in a familiar form, one he had used before, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but this event was weaker than his first encounter with us.
Ha! That's all I need, thanks!
Come on, Jock. What's the idea of bringing Peck around here? Oh, have I coughed at the wrong time?
Listen, here's the deal. You and Peck and all you guys are going to work together.
What? No way, no how.
Impossible.
Look, this city has given you at least a dozen contracts for the jails, courthouses, and wharves. You guys want to grow your business. Get some county and state work, too. I'm all for it. You've been big supporters, and great for my campaign.
Well, some have said our endorsement is what got you elected.
But not out loud. Anyway, after all the damage you've been causing lately, the city council wants you under close supervision for a period of no less than 6 months.
We file reports on time. There's no need for extra supervision.
Funny guy, Venkman. You've always been my favorite. Well, that's where your old friend Peck comes in. He's annoying, a stickler for the rules. In other words, the perfect Peck for the job. He's our new head of Peacock.
Peacock? PCOC, Paranormal Contracts Oversight Commission. And my first official act is going to be suspending you clowns' operating license.
Lighten up, Peck. Launch your investigation if you have to, but for now just keep them under control and my office in the loop. But remember, if the Ghostbusters cease to exist, so does your job. So you need each other. Beautiful, in an ironic, symmetrical kind of way, isn't it?
Hey, Mulligan, come on.
It's Mayor Mulligan to you, Venkman. So, we have an understanding? This kind of protects us all. You want more government business, I want to keep my approval rating, and Peck wants his little fiefdom. You play by the rules. Easy. We all get what we want, and the city council gets what they need. Okay, big night tomorrow, Alyssa. Get some rest.
So, now that we're all friends, can we get invites to the museum opening?
Not likely. But I'll be seeing you soon. You can count on that.
Doesn't Peck look exactly like the kind of guy who accidentally walk into the stream of a ghost and go? I'm just saying, it could happen.
Ray and I have been talking.
And we think we should have a look at things. Whatever happened tonight is started.
Okay, I'll take over the team. Stay with us. You guys go with Winston and the crew. I'll be in personal protection.
What about Peck? He's supposed to be informed of everything we do.
What he doesn't know can't hurt us.
Hey guys, you need to make a detour. Something big is going down. It's on 1010 Winds now.
Tune it in.
And another ghostly sighting has staff at the New York Public Library scrambling for answers.
The Gray Lady.
Let's get her for real this time. Go!
Well, what about the museum?
It's been there for 104 years. Where's it going to go today?
This thing you guys have for the Gray Lady borders on the wheel. You know that, right?
She made us look like schmucks. Not this time.
Oh, and another thing. Peck called and says that I'm required to tell him where you are and what you are up to.
Tell him he can meet us at the museum. We'll be there. Eventually. Big crowd. Venkman would love this.
Captain McMahon from the 12th says it was a massive disturbance. Real fireworks show.
Not much going on now?
Maybe. Didn't there was 13 lines?
Check surveillances.
Interesting. Ray.
Wow, big space. Hey, Cadet, you need to see this. Look out! Here they go! Whoa! Double full torso animators! Come on, after them!
You heard Stance, let's move.
There they are.
Couple of Class 5 animators. Never seen them in tandem. They're really agitated.
Switching on the pack. He said take it easy. That's not easy.
Sorry.
How about a little warning next time, fellas?
That one's a beast, Ray. Let's chase him down. Winston, check that next doorway. See if he has any friends.
Leave a haunted room. I've got no problem with that.
Hey, Cadet, you use the shock blaster, it's best to get in fairly close. Its effects are powerful, but dissipate quickly over distance.
Please be careful. It's a prototype. We're trusting you.
The stasis stream will temporarily slow down paranormal elements. If you train the stream on the target long enough, you can actually stop it entirely.
This is how you use it.
A stasis stream. This has nothing to do with cold, but the effect is similar.
What do you mean? Working with stuff you got?
I've been conducting an experiment in which I sleep an average 14 minutes a day. Leaves me a lot of time to work.
Great, ready to roll. Hey, Haas, you think you can handle that little fella yourself? We'll meet you back here.
a scan. See what you find.
Look, it's the cadet!
Strong emanations, no direct source.
Followed our route.
A lot of very angry energy.
How easy was that?
Wait, not so fast. I'm getting some big flashes.
I think it's her. Yes, it is her! Eleanor Twitty, the librarian!
Look! There she is! Meet us at the stairway door.
She went down that way!
Winston, check upstairs to see if the other fans have doubled back. Roger.
Boys right here. Come on. It's Ghostbusters Day, so I'm playing Ghostbusters live right now. Just like, you know.
Man, I remember hearing,
God rest your soul, Harold Ramis.
I remember hearing Doc Gallows, who also went by Luke Gallows.
Got something, right?
Yeah, you can move all that crap if you like.
He was talking about how, you know, his first role in WWE wasn't to be who he, you know, normally plays, which is like this badass big guy who beats people up, right?
Yeah.
No. Instead, it was to be a mentally disabled guy. And that when the bell rings, he then snaps out of his mental state and then becomes a savage monster that destroys his enemies. In theory, sounds interesting, but it's like, when you seen the execution, I never knew what the fuck was going on or how to take this. I was like, are these niggas for real? Like, is this guy, like, retarded and he just blows up and becomes this violent monster? Like, I'm so confused. But he was talking about how he was approached with that. And he was as confused as I was, as I'm sure a lot of people were. Because, like, Vince was asking him, he's like, and you stick your tongue out, like against the bottom of your mouth. Yeah, like this. And he's like giving demonstrations, you know. And like the finished product was the guy standing there looking like this. You know? Like hang out. And he was teamed with this guy, Jesse. Jesse and Festus were their names. And you want to know what Jesse and Festus' theme song was, Richard? Biscuits and Gravy. It would literally start with Biscuits and Gravy! Biscuits and Gravy! Oh, biscuits and gravy! Oh, biscuits and gravy!
I wonder if they can make a sweetened edition of this level, just like we chasing Jack Black.
Yeah. Why?
You remember Be Kind Rewind, right? Yeah, it's sweetened.
Wow. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, the whole Festus thing. And then, I guess, when his contract came up, he said, fuck this, I don't want to be this character anymore.
Oh!
And so he went to Japan.
Yeah.
As you do. Before coming back as Doc Gallows, or Luke Gallows, I mean. Because in Japan he was going by Doc Gallows. He on the indie circuit, he was going by Doc Gallows. It's also where he met Carl Anderson, one of the many long line of guys who used the Anderson name to honor Ollie and Arn Anderson. There's also, I think his name's like D.W. Anderson or something like that. But, Carl Anderson, yeah, Carl Anderson, a.k.a. the Machine Gun. Him and Doc made a name for themselves as a tag team before he returned to WWE as part of CM Punk's Straight Edge Society. So, okay.
Yeah.
At least he was a tough guy that beat people up now and not like an invalid who needs the ring bell to turn violent. So, you know, that was a bit controversial back in the day. That whole thing. But, you know, I ended up working out for him. Because then he went back to Japan. He then joined the Bullet Club. Actually, he helped form the Bullet Club.
Hey, look, they took Stephen King's idea. A haunted lamp.
It's a good one.
I wish I'm glad it's not real. I'm so glad it's not a real book. I would... No. Oh.
But, and then, eventually Paul Heyman screwed them and got Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows fired.
Books are evil.
And, now they have a contract with TNA Impact. And since Impact's working with AEW, they have reunited Kenny Omega with Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Which the last time anybody ever saw the three of them together in a ring, they were kicking the piss out of AJ Styles, who they would have later teamed with. Which is why I don't think AJ should finish up his tenure in WWE. I just really don't think he should.
Damn, slammed by these posts.
I'm glad he came to the WWE when he did, but I think there's a much better story. There's a much better story he could tell. There's one story left to tell that would just, you know, entrance wrestling fans, and it's seeing AJ confront Kenny Omega years after he kicked him out of the Bullet Club. Both of these guys have effectively been kicked out of the same group. And we've already seen AJ go up against one former Bullet Club leader, Finn Balor, its creator. And I believe he won that match against Balor. And so I would love to see that trend continue and see AJ versus Kenny Omega. And then what would make it interesting, I think most importantly, would be the fact that you have the Good Brothers who, you know, helped kick AJ Styles out of the Bullet Club, right? But then obviously made up with AJ Styles and was good friends with him in WWE. And now that they're, you know, good friends again with Kenny Omega in AEW, because them and Omega never had a fault. When AJ left, they went with it. But so now you have this situation, right? You follow me?
Yeah, I'm following.
Where the Good Brothers might actually have to pick a side in this war of Kenny Omega versus AJ. If they go to head-to-head, the Good Brothers are going to have to make a choice. Are they siding with Kenny or are they siding with AJ? The guy who brought him into the Bullet Club? Or the guy who's been treating him well since they left WWE? Who was also leading them, you know, with the Bullet Club. Or at least getting into that position. They never really worked under him as the leader of the Bullet Club. So there is that aspect and that hint that they might jump to AJ's aid. Because he brought them into the Bullet Club. But they've been working with Kenny this whole time. So AJ just comes in and then they just join his side? I don't know. That's what makes it such a tough choice. And why I'd love to see that angle play out on TV. You know, who are the Good Brothers going to choose? AJ or Kenny Omega? Because they can only back one horse. What if they get split? You know, I'm a writer, I think of these things. What if a decision split? What if Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows can't come to an agreement on who they should back? What if this causes actual tension within the tag team? And not necessarily they break up. Let's just say they have a minor falling out. Because one feels more grateful to AJ than the other. Maybe one's like, you know, AJ, you know, he really showed us the ropes when no one else would. And the other guy's like, yeah, well, he also let us get fired by Paul Heyman. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could add that kind of drama in there and it would work. More than what the fuck they're doing on Raw. AJ works for the wrong company, if you ask me. WWE's going downhill. They're going to sell themselves soon. AJ, get out while the skillet is hot. Right now, AEW
You gotta get out when the game's good, like in the casinos.
Yeah,
Once you win double your money, just be like, okay, I'm good.
And right now, you know, people aren't saying everything in AEW is perfect. But let's face it, they're not staging segments where Shayna Baszler, one of the toughest and scariest women on the planet, is scared of a fucking doll. An inanimate object that is supposedly haunted. And there's some fiend magic going on. What is this bullshit? This is not wrestling. I want to see the story of a man betrayed by his club. And a man trying to turn two good brothers away from the guy who betrayed him. Two guys who he had been working with for a long time. I want to see that story play out. I don't want to see I don't want to see a woman who is in the cage with Chris fucking Cyborg scared of a little fucking doll. And Amanda Nunes, which some people consider the greatest strawweight champion of all time. If Frank competes, she might be in that division. Gotta warn you, a lot of tough competition in the strawweight. Ronda Rousey, for instance. Though she doesn't compete anymore. But yeah, Amanda Nunes, Chris Cyborg. Yeah. Shayna Baszler fought both of them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was older than Amanda Nunes. Because she was one of the oldest women in the division. Because she made her name outside of UFC. And Dana White liked her enough to pick her up. Dana White's not a fool. He watches other people's programs sometimes to see what kind of talent he could scout, especially if a man's contract's coming up and he hears good things. A lot of it comes from him just hearing good word of mouth. And he's like, okay, I'll give it a
oh yeah,
check
being
out.
a star. Like, oh yeah, I can totally see him being a star.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like a guy's like, you know, you got to see this guy. He's got all kinds of wicked potential. You know, that might be enough, you know, depending on who it is, to make Dana White go, well, you know. Like if Joe Rogan went up to him and said, dude, you gotta hire this kid. He might actually do that. He might just go out and hire this kid because it was Joe fucking Rogan that suggested it, right? But if it was like, you know, retired fighter who Dana White finds annoying, Ben Askren, maybe he's not going to trust that judgment so much. You know what I mean? It's all about who it's coming from, you know? How confident the person is. How reliable are they? Joe Rogan, fairly reliable. He could be credited for helping GSP become one of the greatest of all time. Because George St. Pierre wasn't that great with the sidekick. So that's when Joe Rogan's knowledge of Taekwondo came in handy. To teach him, you know, you gotta put your hip into it. You gotta thrust into it. You know, you can't just kick. You don't kick from the leg, you kick from the hip and the back with Taekwondo. It's all in the hip and the back. And you know, because of it, George St. Pierre, I think, has only ever lost once or twice. For free. Definitely once, because he was in a fight. The last time he fought, he lost close to a decade ago, and he got too cocky. He underestimated his opponent, got too arrogant.
Oh my god.
And murdered by books. Yeah, he just got too cocky, you know?
Murdered by books.
And it cost him the match. Just like Anderson Silva, when he got too cocky, you know? Yeah. When you lose after being too cocky and underestimating this guy, like, oh, this guy is nothing, and then he beats you. You know how that makes you feel? Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Like, you could have won that fight, but you fucking goofed off and you lost. And it's like, there's no reason you should have lost that fight. Because if you had taken him seriously, he probably wouldn't have stood a chance. You know, these were turning points for both of those fighters, those losses, because those losses made them go, I am never going to lose again. Anderson Silva couldn't exactly keep that promise up because, you know, there was one fight where he kicked a guy and broke his leg. So, obviously he didn't win that fight. But GSP was able to keep his promise. He started fighting a safer style. Not so much stand-up game. You know, a lot of groundwork. People might even accuse some of his later fights of being boring because he would just play out the rounds until the end of the match and win on points. Like 4 fights in a row, he literally won that way. Points. He was so scared of having like a serious stand-up exchange with somebody who might actually be better than him, you know. And he was like, well, my grappling is superior, so I'll rely heavily on that. And if they want to stand up, I'll get them with that too, you know. But he changed his style. Instead of a stand-up guy who could destroy you on the ground, he became a guy who can destroy you on the feet, but he preferred to take you to the ground and work you to the end of the match. Or at least the end of the bell, and then do it again next round. And, yeah, they say it's all because of that one fight. It changed him, that loss. Where he just did not want to take risks anymore. It was so funny because you think about it, because, you know, risks is what made Anderson Silva one of the greatest of all time, too. And, One day he just went too far. But that's where scripted fighting is.
Oh my god. And the flying books come again.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Ray.
Oh, man down, man down.
Yeah, well, he was down. And then I got down. He's like, man down, man down.
So he was down and you were down? I just see him laying there. Man down, man down. I'm in a lot of pain.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Like, that's worse voice acting than Resident Evil, dude. Resident Evil 1.
Yeah? Wait, who's voice acting?
It's fucking Resident Evil 1.
Wait, who's just worse than that one?
What you were just doing. Ouch. I'm dead.
I was only...
Wow, and I died as soon as I said that. Ouch. Oh. I gotta remember to keep that stasis shit. It's like a shotgun against ghosts.
I want to be the guy in the new Resident Evil movie that they do whenever they redo that again and do it better. Whenever they do Resident Evil movie, I want to be the guy who sells shit. You don't even got to see my face. It'll be wrapped in bandages or something covering the lower half of my face. What do you call me? What do you say?
Oh, you want to go that kind of Resident Evil? Well, what was wrong with the realistic way?
What do you mean? I just want to play that character.
You just want to be the merchant?
Yes! I want to get in the movie and just be in the merchant. I was like, I don't need to affect the story whatsoever. Although, if you want to put me in makeup and use me as an extra, I would not mind being a zombie.
I wanted to be a zombie in The Walking Dead. I could do it.
That's tough. Because you gotta live down south.
It's fucking bullshit.
I know, believe me, I wanted to be...
It's fucking bullshit.
I know, I got ads for Black Lightning looking for extras, and I was like, but I don't live in Georgia. You've gotta live in, like, Georgia, at least, to be considered for like, the Walking Dead shows. I'd have better luck getting into one of the Arrowverse shows, because they film in Vancouver, and Canada's not that far from me. When you think about how far Georgia is, as opposed to how far Canada is, I mean, we're neighbors.
True.
That's tough, because there's not so many things that end up happening here in Detroit where they're like, we need casting in Detroit for this show. It's like, nobody wants to make shows about Detroit anymore.
Yeah, it's been done.
Yeah, but fuck, man, so has every city. How many shows are you gonna make about New York? Based in New York.
This is based in New York.
Yeah, exactly. CSI New York. All of the Law and Order shows in New York. Special Victims Unit. Criminal Intent. The original series. New York.
CSI Miami?
No, they have CSI New York.
There's also CSI Miami.
Yeah, but that takes place in Miami. I'm just saying there's an overabundance of shows based in Los Angeles and New York. But, like, not so many good ones from Detroit. Like, we had them, but a lot of shows
I still haven't
based in
seen that
Detroit
movie,
suck.
Detroit. Was that any good?
I have not seen it either. I've got to watch that.
Yeah. It has like Mark Wahlberg or some
We
shit.
gotta get
Matt
Sonic
Damon.
watch too.
What?
We gotta get Sonic Watch soon, like preferably this week.
Why?
Congratulations,
Because Paramount Plus is adding 1,000 movies to their library.
We're on our way.
Guess which one of those 1,000 movies Sonic is? Because it's one of them.
Number 567.
Keep an eye on the question.
Yeah.
Mark out. Any damage?
No, I don't want those scrubs. Scrubs to the guy I got that shit stuck in my head because Lucifer. It is like the best performance I've ever heard of that song. I never knew Ella Lopez could sing. It was an amazing surprise. She did Another One Bites the Dust and Ain't No Scrubs. So, kudos to her.
Come on, Ray, get up.
Man down. My leg hurts. Ouch.
Well, Dan Aykroyd did a good job voice acting.
No, he did.
Whoever they got for Harold Ramis or, Egon, applause. I shit you not, even I'm blown away every time. No, man, not even close to the way this guy sounds. It's like, holy shit. It's like he's still alive. I never thought anyone could actually, it's kind of like doing a Jeff Goldblum impression.
Well, I've never tried doing an impression of any of the Ghostbusters. Not in any serious capacity.
No, you don't.
It's okay, I've got you. Even though I'm face down on the ground.
They're going to kill me. Ah, take that. Blast.
I thought
take that. This is Stasis Blast or whatever, and I can even slow him down completely like that.
I know you're not playing as Ray, I just think it was hilarious that, like, you fall face down. It's like, it's okay, I've got you. He got me. He's on the ground. He got me. That cracks me up. I don't know what's so funny about Dan Aykroyd laying on a table like, he got me.
Dude. Oh.
But, like, I just thought it was funny. Like, it almost sounded like the moment your face hit the ground, it's like, don't worry, I've got you.
No. Okay, I'll keep the aviator. Hello, lady.
I missed that, Ray. Please repeat.
Yeah, you're not quiet at all, bro.
Enough with the shushing!
Could not hear a word of that, Ray. Ray.
Actually, I'm looking forward to now is going to the Ghost.
Yeah. How many times you gonna beat this level?
What?
How many times you gonna beat this one level, man?
Oh yeah, I know. This is a lot. Believe me, I'm planning on playing through the whole thing again, like I did on PS3.
Oh. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it's like the 10th time I've seen you play this level.
Yeah, my bad. Actually, this time it was legit data corruption. I had to do a new game.
Yeah.
But apparently, a few of my files got corrupted at one point. I'm like, oh, so this is one of them too. I found out. Where are you, man? Where are you, Dan Aykroyd? There you are. Okay, cool. All right, gotta get the state. Ah, damn it!
I didn't stand there.
Because I was switching my proton pack to the stasis.
That you should have got in between them bookshelves. So you couldn't go to book section. Move more, you bastard! You're getting ahead.
Right on. Look, I could pause and buy an upgrade. Oh, here we go. Yes. Give me that.
What you need is to buy some agility.
This isn't an RPG.
Okay, well then move.
Oh, like that?
Yeah. Like, don't get hit by books. When you see them flying, I have to get the fuck out of Dodge. That's what I do. Works for me on Hellpoint. Only you can't play that strategy with that lion creature because you're trapped. You're so trapped. And he's so powerful. I need a stronger weapon.
By the way, you can get the Grand Morrow without doing that side mission. Even if you don't get it from doing those side missions, you can actually try to get it through looting in the expedition mode when you beat the storyline. So yeah, there's a lot of gameplay in it. By the way, man, there was a big glitch in the legendary weapons. Yeah. Someone found a few legendary items, not just weapons, but armor too. That's level 52 when the cap is 30. And the max you can go on your weapons is 50.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I saw the images and stuff. I was like, oh god. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Tier 15. Me and Chuck are on 3.
Alright. Let me know when you're on 6, then I'll join you.
Where the heck are you?
That's my tier level.
In the periodical section. Checking the box scores from the Knicks game last night.
I got their solo, man.
Tell us more about this collector, Winston.
Says here that this collector used the Gray Lady to get to the rare books in her care. Specifically, a book called, get this, the Gozerian Codex.
Great.
Yeah, and when she found out what he was up to, she dumped him.
Smart lady.
Not really. Evidently, he murdered her. The Gray Lady was his first victim, but he killed a bunch more.
And let me guess, he collected their bodies just like he collected books.
Bingo! Ray, you get to buy me dinner. And here's the last one. Seconds before he was hanged, he said he would return as Azet Lord, some sort of god, to keep watch over the library and every rare book in its collection.
Sounds like quite the bookworm.
Sounds like the kind we run into all the time.
Although, in your opinion, who do you think was the best Ghostbuster? I'm gonna get, out of the whole group.
My favorite was Venkman.
That's everybody's favorite.
What am I supposed to say?
I know, right? Bill Murray was awesome.
Who's most people's favorite X-Men?
Wolverine.
Who's my favorite X-Men?
Logan.
Exactly.
Does his son count if I say he's my favorite? Trust me, dude, when you read those comics, you'll never...
I don't know if he was ever officially a member of the X-Men, though.
No, but he was a member of the Dark Avengers.
I cannot wait for that. Not Dark Avengers, per se. Because I don't know if they're going to do that or how they're going to do that, but...
I can't wait to see Bacon come into a movie.
I can't wait for Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns is going to be the hottest movie of the year. You know why? Ghost Rider. Blade.
Yeah. Oh, check this out.
Moon Knight.
Check this out. It's like the best feature in the game.
And guess who I found out might be coming to Moon Knight, either season 1 or season 2. Punisher. You hear me?
What?
Punisher.
What about Punisher?
He's going to appear in Moon Knight. I don't know who's going to be this first season, but apparently he views Mark Spector as a criminal, and he kills criminals. You do the math.
Okay.
He's going after Mark Spector, Moon Knight. But Moon Knight, Blade, and Ghost Rider. Then you've got Hailstrom, the two twins. And then you've got possibly Morbius. Imagine that if we saw a movie where you got Blade on screen teaming with Morbius, played by Jared Leto. Can you dig it?
I can dig it.
I am deliriously excited for the possibilities. They are the Avengers of the supernatural. And of course, you know what that means. You know who their leader is going to be. Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange.
Ooh, can we get Keanu Reeves as Constantine? Maybe that's what he's playing in a Marvel movie. Wait, no, that's DC. Fucking hell, I hate when I get that confused.
Why would you do that?
Hey, at least I caught myself.
And the Marvel stuff still to this day is a rumor. He was rumored to pop up in Thor. He was rumored for Eternals. That never happened. As far as I know, he's not in the movie. If he is, it's a great kept secret. Children.
Well, this is the children's section of the library.
Dead children? That's fucked up.
Yeah, there's a lot more darker tones in the game than there was in the movies. And the movies are pretty dark.
Makes you wonder what direction they were going to go in with the third movie.
I know, this game really made me think. How far were they going to go with the darkness?
It felt like it was going to be...
Because in this, they're in the ghost dimension too, which is really fucking creepy when I was there.
So, like, it sounds like they were going to make a horror movie mixed in with the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, there's Harold Ramis. That's why it's creepy when that shit happens.
Well, there's got to be an alternate universe out there somewhere where Harold Ramis
Oh my
died.
god, this is actually... Oh my god, it's so far. Oh shit.
Remember Homer was saying Prince was dead?
What if he jumped into another Earth where Harold Ramis was alive but Ghostbusters never existed?
Whoa.
Get Harold Ramis back, but Ghostbusters never existed. And for the sake of cinema, let's just say you now have to help inspire Sam Raimi to create Ghostbusters in 2020.
Sam Raimi?
Yeah.
To create Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't even know this existed.
There's a movie.
I can't even imagine.
That's a movie for you right there. I mean, wow.
Sam Raimi's Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear about Rob Zombie's latest project? The Munsters.
I did.
I'm excited. I
thought it was a rumor.
To the property.
I thought it was a rumor.
No, he confirmed it on Facebook.
I heard it yesterday. I thought it was a rumor. I saw. Well, yeah, I saw what you shared. I still thought it was a rumor.
No, that was from his page.
But I saw John Campia's show today. It's the first topic. The last topic also is interesting.
I think he's going to stay true to the source. He's actually one of the biggest fans of the Munsters since he was a kid.
Images have been uploaded showing Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones from the new movie. He's back. Indy is back. Indy is back for one last ride. You ready to ride off into the sunset with Indy?
This is a trap.
Like Logan. You ready? You ready for Logan Part 2? Indiana Jones?
Well.
And the last of the archaeologists?
I don't know what it would be like if the guy who directed the Joker directed
They've got
Indiana
friends.
Jones.
What's curious is they're filming the movie now, right? We still don't have a title for this movie. I'm curious. Are they waiting? Are they waiting for when they drop the trailer? Then we'll find out it's Indiana Jones and the yada yada. What if that was the title? Richard? What if that was the title? Indiana Jones and the Yada Yada.
Oh, hell no. All faith in humanity in me would be lost.
So I said, Indiana Jones and the Yada Yada, you know, whatever title they pick. You know, I was wondering if they're going to show it off in the trailer or not.
When is the trailer coming out?
Well, they got to shoot more of the movie before they can release the trailer.
True.
They're shooting the movie now. Well, normally by now we know the name of a movie, but I mean it's not entirely unusual. When they filmed Infinity War and Endgame, we were told it was Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2. And then not until the first fucking trailer dropped did we find out it's called Endgame. And it's so fucked up because they were like, is the title of the next movie, because it was a big mystery, they're like, is the title, because people thought it was Devastation, it was going to be Devastation. But they were like, has the word been used in an Avengers movie? And they lied, they said no. But Endgame has been used, because Tony said we're in the Endgame now. Or, Steven said we're in the Endgame now. Right there at the end of Infinity War, he quoted the line, they knew when they made those movies that the second one was going to be Part 2 Endgame. That was always the idea, was to call it Endgame. But they put so much mystery behind that motherfucking title of that movie.
Oh boy. There was just something so satisfying about catching ghosts. Very.
How much you want to bet Bill Murray has beaten this?
Does he even play video games?
I'm not entirely sure. Well, Dan Aykroyd, I bet, probably has at least played this. I'm not entirely sure on Bill Murray, but...
Dan Aykroyd, I wouldn't be surprised. He always seems so nerdy to me.
Oh.
When you watch his interviews and stuff, he's always seems so nerdy.
Well, he's a science geek. Always has been.
Yeah, you know he played Dungeons and Dragons in college.
He is...
Jesus.
He's really into aliens. He doesn't believe in conspiracy theories, he believes in aliens. You know, he does believe they exist. He went to Joe Rogan, did Joe Rogan's podcast. He had a whole fucking briefcase full of documents, files, things he's collected that proves the existence of aliens and that the government has been lying and covering it up for years, for decades. All to keep us safe at night.
That's excellent.
It's pretty fascinating shit, honestly. And I believe him because our government has lied about aliens. I mean, come on. The Battle of LA? You expect me to believe that that was a weather balloon? They shot shells at it the size of my arm, but couldn't pierce a weather balloon. Are their aim that bad? I don't know what's crazier, the fact that they insulted their own military, or that they insulted the intelligence of the American people. Because there were witnesses. Said it was a flying saucer. Had lights coming off of it. Was not a fucking weather balloon. But they were able to hush everybody in the local area up. This was a time before internet existed, you know? Oh, could you imagine something like the Battle of LA happened with the existence of the internet? There'd be no way they could cover it up. How could you lie about that? It's on the internet forever.
Yeah. Jeez, wow, that's real.
So, you know, when Dan Aykroyd says something like, you know, they've been lying to us about it for years, I'm like, of course they have. Yes, I believe you, Mr. Aykroyd.
Actually,
I'd love to have a talk with him about aliens.
The lead singer of Blink-182, the one that sings "Damn It," he wrote a book about aliens. Actually.
See, I'd love to get a panel together, man. Get that guy on there. Get Dan Aykroyd,
Corey Taylor. You never know.
Just have like a big, nerdy discussion about aliens in the galaxy.
I've had that discussion before with all my homies.
And you know what? Make it sweeter. You know, maybe if you could land a Dan Aykroyd, maybe use his contacts to possibly entice Neil deGrasse Tyson to get it on the conversation. Because I've always thought it would be a fantastic dream to talk to Neil about the universe. Because as I get older, I become more of a fan of the universe. And like, the way it's designed, the way it's built, the way it got started. It's such an interesting thing. And like, when you think about the fact that we live in a universe that might not or shouldn't, or we live in a solar system that might not or should not even exist. Now, according to scientists, our specific solar system, our galaxy, if you will, not the solar system, but our galaxy, the whole Milky Way. It's about as old as the universe, but our solar system, our planets, Jupiter's the oldest planet in our solar system. You know that? Yeah. Jupiter is about as old as the expansion that happened 4 billion years ago. Which is what people don't know what happened 4 billion years ago. Remember, the universe was created 13 billion, almost 14 billion years ago. So, what happened? What changed 4 billion years ago? Well, they believe that dark matter and dark energy had became one of the more dominant, over time, elements in the universe. They don't know where it came from, or if it had been here since the beginning, or entered our universe through another means. But they believe that because it had become a dominant element, that it started to rapidly expand the universe at a faster rate, when in fact the universe was actually slowing down. So there's a distinct possibility, if it wasn't for that dark energy and dark matter, the same dark energy and dark matter that prevents us from properly looking at all of space, we should be able to see most of our solar system. Why can't we? Because of the the dust clouds in the swirl of our Milky Way galaxy. It's all dark matter. We can't see because of the dark matter. It's also it's called the zone of avoidance. A place where you just cannot see past. It's why we can't see the center of our own solar system, or our own galaxy, I mean. Because it's all part of that zone. And it's interesting because when you look at a map, it looks straight, right? And then you've got that big center, that nucleus. What is it? What's it made of? Is it dark energy at our pure core? But when you see it, it's a swirl, right? If you were in space and you were approaching our galaxy, you would be approaching a giant swirl. So it's very interesting, the shape of space and galaxy.
Yeah. Oh, here we go, an HD cutscene.
Yeah, they think it's that dark matter that possibly caused this rapid expansion. So if it wasn't for that dark matter, our solar system as we know it might not even exist. Really? Yeah, our planet alone is 3.5 billion years. So our planet sprung up after the expansion. Whereas Jupiter is about as old as the expansion itself. About 4 billion years old. It was here for several millions of years before us.
I think that would be a safe assumption.
And like, we're actually, I believe, the youngest planet.
That's your cue,
in
killer.
this solar
Go get
system,
'em.
I believe. I think within that 500 million years, it was like all these other planets sprung up here. Ours, I think, I had heard, came together from the remnants of destroyed worlds, or something like that. Like, you know, worlds that had destroyed, broke apart, and then they came together in space, and over time formed this planet. You know,
That makes perfect sense if her residual
almost like
spirit energy is
recycling.
tied to the book. The Gozerian
Like our
codes,
world
right?
is recycled.
Now that we have it, her echo must have been released. She's
It's like, it almost feels like the more you learn about the universe, the more it feels like some things could have easily been engineered by a more supreme being. Not saying like God, but like it's like it enforces the idea that I always had that, you know, people are like, well, God can't exist because of science. And I'm like, well, what if God was just a scientist, you know? Like God, like, you know, think about it. Everyone loves music, you know? Everyone loves science. You know, like, I don't care who you are, what your beliefs are. There's something about science that entices you. It's just inherent in all of us. Why? Because maybe God feels the same way about science and creation and evolution and biology. I mean, the human body is one of the most advanced things in the universe ever created. Who made it? Like, where did the idea for what we are come from? Had to be engineered. Had to be. Some kind of meddling from a god being, or maybe another dimensional creature. But, you know, like I said, until I'm showed otherwise, I'm gonna be like, look, God created the world and the universe. And maybe it wasn't as black and white as the Bible puts it out to be. You know, oh, it took 7 days. No, it took God a long time to build this world. I would estimate that our solar system is about 4 billion years old. And Earth is 3.5 billion years old. Humans have only been on this Earth for a fraction of that time. It took billions just to form the Earth, create it. Especially if God used recycled planets as his material, you know. And it's like, another thing too, you know, that helps me with my religious beliefs too is like when you think about space and gravity, how random is gravity? You know, it's like that movie, you know, where it's like out of all the galaxies, all the stars, you had to float into mine. You know, it's like you think about how random gravity in space is and how things just shove in different directions, especially after like an explosion. So the random chance of coincidence that these perfect materials would come together and form our planet just seems like maybe gravity was given a little push.
Have you ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or read the book?
I think I saw the movie.
You know, so baseball, shit. Yeah, I liked what they did. And another race of basically look human, but they're not, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Created us out of an experiment, and we were accidentally, and we were never supposed to be blown up or anything. That was an accident.
Stay on it! More! Hold yours!
It's pretty interesting too when you think about it, because like a lot of people are like, where did all the races come from, you know? And it's like, well, if you really think about it and you want to be honest, how it probably turned out was black people, and then black people moved and migrated, and over the course of centuries, because of the change in environment, the change in how much sun they were getting, you know, eventually their skin complexion might. You know, if you've got 1,000 generations of black people, and it started with that one generation moving to, say, Alaska, eventually after 1,000 generations, you know, they might change, you know, evolve, if you will. Evolution happens on such a slow scale we never notice. But like evolution, it's happening every day around us.
Yeah, and imagine seeing this live action. How would they have pulled this off in the third movie with the technology back then?
Well, I mean, this script, I believe, when I had heard about it, it was written not back then.
Not that way.
It was not written. This was not written that long ago.
Oh.
This was not written in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
The idea was for them to be older, not like how they are here. Because Sam Raimi was writing it when he died. So this is an idea that's only maybe like 10 years old. Without making a little
Whoops.
The natives are restless.
Well, they're certainly aware of our presence.
The lamp. The haunted lamp.
The haunted lamp. From my next book, it's a lamp that kills people.
Shoot him in the lamp. Serves in his head. Decapitate him.
No, it means release the ghost trap.
You better hurry and get that head. You gotta aim up, my homie.
I can't. Jesus, what are they doing out there?
Yeah? Okay, you better warn them that her dickhead neighbors are lighting off firecrackers or some dumb shit. Or M80s.
Yeah, it's a, there's like a frick. Okay.
Not like it's a holiday. Alright.
Come on, get that lamp. Lamp!
There you go.
Girl!
Get the lamp, bro.
Oh, slam that lamp. Okay. Holy shit.
I kept telling you, go for the lamp.
Which one should I go through? Bubblegum, and dish.
I don't know.
How
I was
many
just the guy suggesting going after the lamp.
Well, I got the lamp. Damn it! I'm going through. Oh, that's a disappointment. Okay, I can't go through there. Well, what about here? No. Oh, up here. Oh, so you know, now we're cooking with mustard.
Now we're
Eek!
A penis?
Eek, a penis. Oh, guy, he's being a penis.
Why would you walk right into him?
I'm not. I'm trying to get around him.
Lamp.
I get the lamp last. That's how it works.
Okay, well, what are you fucking shooting?
His body. The books, you know, get disintegrating the body.
That's why you just got disintegrated. even is that other weapon you keep using?
That's a stasis.
Shoots books at people?
Jesus.
Looks like it shoots books at people. Get out. Is that what your other gun does?
No, this one? See, stasis bullets or whatever. And it also shoots a beam that slows down ghosts.
Shoot the second. The launch slime tether will then contract. The more tethers you attach to a point, the stronger the resulting reaction. Since their ectoplasmic charge has a short half-life, tethers will grow brittle over time and then break. You can blast an existing tether with any other equipment type to destroy it.
Like a pro!
You gotta work on that one.
Work on what?
What you just did.
What? Pulling shit down with... Oh, God.
Yeah, you gotta work on that, homie. I didn't feel like you really put all your weight in there. I feel like Dan Aykroyd did all the work.
Alright.
Ghost world or no, the principle of leverage should still work the same anyway.
See, I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Alright, I see that.
Come on, John Henry, put your
Don't get penis-y.
Come on, John Henry, put your back in. Did he really just say that?
He said that to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, put your back into it, man. That's what I told you. He's doing all the work.
Sedgwick Hotel, the return of Stay Puft. Yeah.
Yes, even this, all pointing back to a single point of origin.
Alyssa?
I ain't seen no top. There ain't no Stay Puft.
No artifacts in the ghost dimension.
So I'm up here door dashing alone today. And my luck, I got stung by a fucking bee on my goddamn kitty. What the fuck?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Watch out.
Ouch. I hate bees. I thought that was a series. Sweet Tooth movie.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that one. It's on Netflix.
It's a series.
It's a movie? A series?
Yeah. About the end of the world, I guess. Post-apocalyptic movie.
Yeah.
About some half-human, half-deer child.
So it's about the song "Sugar We're Going Down."
Yeah.
Huh. Oh. In the mirrors.
He's just a notch in your bedpost, and I'm just a bedpost. And I'm just a notch in your bedpost, and you're just a bedpost.
I'm just a notch in your bedpost, and you're just a dead post. I was gonna say dead post. Man, I fucked up.
This is the Dead Hotel.
So many years of bad luck right here.
tried this one twice already, so it's gotta be another one.
This dimension is extremely hollow. It seems to be tearing itself apart.
This is weird dimension. Is this the fourth dimension?
Oh, no.
Did you see something scary?
Stairs. Lots of stairs.
Okay, I've tried this one twice already, so it's gotta be another one.
This dimension is extremely hollow. It seems to be tearing itself apart.
We need to get out of here.
Oh, no.
Did you see something scary?
Stairs. Lots of stairs. makes sense. I think I'm close to finding the exit.
I've got focus. Heads up, boys, wherever you are. Totally inverted.
Okay, I'm through.
Send a signal we can track you with.
I'll try, but it might not work. The last portal I entered was at the top of a long flight of steps.
We won't leave until you find us.
Look for the long staircase. The exit portal is at the very top.
Keep moving forward. Sure don't want to be trapped in here.
Fuck.
Made it out, too. Hey, champ. We won't leave until you find us.
Look for the long staircase. The exit portal is at the very top.
Keep moving forward. Sure don't want to be trapped in here.
Yeah, my ex was not this tatted when we dated.
Really?
She's got new piercings and tattoos and stuff. She's the one I told you who told me, fuck, Jay back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah, that right. She told me that, and I was like, well, I guess it's entirely possible you could be his kid. I mean, if I looked at her and him, I wouldn't say they look absolutely nothing alike.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. She's got blonde hair and she's heavier set. I mean, like, it's not hard to put two and two together, you know. Jay was kind of a man-ho back in the day. But they both were.
Both hoes?
I mean, both bag hoes. Both were man-hoes back in the day. Both ICP. Shaggy was just knee-deep in that pussy as fucking Jay was back then. Yeah. But she knew Jay when he went to school, before he got famous.
Oh yeah, so was my friend Oz, you know.
Yeah.
You know what's fucked up? First time he met Violent J was when they were both kids. Same school.
I knew a guy who talked to me and told me about how he's a big fan of music because he grew up with him. He was like, he was like, we wrestled in the backyard. And
yeah, man, you gotta understand, Oz is also this dude. I know Oz, he's the first guy. He's apparently one of the first people to get a Hatchman tattoo ever. Wow. Yeah, he has on his right shoulder.
When did he get that?
Oh, a long ass time ago. As soon as he was old enough to get a tattoo, I think.
How old is he?
Like 40 something. Oh yeah, he's old school.
I always that did kind of suck though, like moving back to Detroit after so many years, and then like being an ICP fan and thinking like, man, they come in the hood sometimes randomly and just hang out with the homies, and I was like, wouldn't that be fucking dope if that just happened while I lived there? He never did, but it was like, you know, it's like every time they drop an album, you know, you might see them roll up in the hood. You know, party and celebrate and stuff. With one person I knew, she actually got to meet Shaggy by pure accident. She was going into a gas station as he was coming out of it. She recognized him instantly. And this was like, you know, she was younger, so this was like earlier 2000s, you know, before they were super like what they are now. But so you know, there wasn't a lot known about them behind the paint, and so she was like, "You're Shag, right?" And he was like, "What? How do you know who I am?" She was like, "Any true juggalette knows, you know, who you guys are." Behind the paint, you know. He commented on her necklace, which was oh, well, that was the first thing apparently he noticed when she saw him leaving. He looked down and looked at her charm. It was a Hatchet Man charm. This was at a time, you know, when ICP was geeking out anytime somebody was wearing one of their charms, you know.
Yeah. Oh, okay. It was during that time.
Yeah, like early 2000s.
Oh, before it really got.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say like, you know, before Boom Pow Bang, maybe around when the Wraith came out, you know. And like, so it was like hatchets were just getting big, so like, you know, I can only imagine like seeing a fan with that around their neck would be like kind of a humbling experience. Wow. Me, I would just be happy, like, being on stage one day and then, like, having people, like, singing along with, like, the songs that I wrote, you know? Like, that's a humbling experience right there. Like, a crowd is singing your music back at you. I might get a little choked up in that moment, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, that shit ain't even connected, bro. But sure
it is.
Sure.
Look, I'll take it. Why can't you accept it?
Because it's bullshit?
Bullshit. I'll say it was bullshit. I'll tell you it's
bullshit me.
You should have drinking big.
Hey, Bennett, let out some steam.
Let out some steam, Bennett.
Who says some shit like that?
Badass action hero like Arnold Schwarzenegger. See, now, does it look connected now? Now does it look connected?
Yes, you fucking fairy.
I'm insulted.
What?
Call me a fairy.
Well, quit acting like one.
Why won't you let me go in the portal?
Because this ain't Portal. This is Ghostbusters.
We might have done with the place here, but I hope that portal would have taken us back to the library.
Not Portal. Insane in the membrane.
The collector.
Yes, Azatlar wants to add to his collection. He's probably not too happy about us taking the Gozerian Codex with us.
Oh yeah? What can a twisted little bookworm do to scare us?
He murdered Eleanor Twitty for it when he was alive, and a dozen others just to cover it up.
Hey, Collector! We're taking your book! What do you think about that?
Yes, I think we got his attention.
Oh, boy.
He's resisting my proton stream. Look, space is protected by black slime. That must be the key. Hey, Junior, switch out your nozzle and hold him down.
Neutralize the black slime on his mask.
Get that one of the books. We need to clear the black slime off his mask. Use the slime blower kit. It's clear.
Get his mask on. It looks vulnerable. Use the capture stream to rip off his mask.
Egon, help me hold it open.
Help me, Randall.
Yeah, that did it.
Oh no, people just exposed his angry side.
Bring him down all the way. Concentrate on the eye if you can. He's got nothing that can resist the proton stream.
Mission failed.
Stop telling me about Loki. I want to see it.
Can you turn on the light? Whoa.
I do like what they've done with the clip.
Ask and you shall receive.
Resisting my proton stream.
Look, space is protected by black slime.
That must be the key. Hey, Junior, switch out your nozzle and hold him down.
Neutralize the black slime on his mask.
It's clear.
Rip his mask off. It looks vulnerable.
Egon, help me hold. Yeah, that did it.
Oh no, people just exposed his angry side.
Bring him down all the way. Concentrate on the eye if you can. He's got nothing that can resist the proton stream. He's trouble. He's out of control. Blast him in the eye. Look, I think it's working.
don't know. Hold up, man. I didn't look at it. It's grilled cheese dancing.
He's out of control! Blast him in the eye! Look, I think it's working!
Don't question it. Look, just blast the glowing part.
Collect some of this, jerk.
Hit the out, everything you got, now! Aim high! Hit the eye with everything you've got! I'm hit. Look out, on your left.
He's out of control! Blast him in the eye! Look, I think it's working!
Don't question it. Look, just blast the glowing part.
I'll just stop it here. I'll continue this later.